I'm living by the rhythm of the soul, and it's calling me home. I'm giving up believing that I really know anything at all. I'm forgiving myself for being afraid and running away. I'm living by the rhythm of the soul, and I trust I will be shown which way to go, which way to flow, which way to know who I am and who I've always been. Well, there's a secret in your heart that can tell you who you are. And if I forgive you, then I may know that secret too. 'Cause now I'm living by the rhythm of the soul, and it's calling me home. I'm giving up believing that I really know anything at all. I'm forgiving myself for being afraid and running away. I'm living by the rhythm of the soul, and I trust I will be shown which way to go, which way to flow, which way to know who I am and who I've always been. Well, it can be so easy when I stop making it so hard, when I just trust the river, it gently carries me along to the sound of my favorite song. So if you sometimes feel afraid of this made-up world we made, then you can trust inside, and you'll know everything's okay. 'Cause now we're living by the rhythm of the soul, and it's calling us home. We're giving up believing that we've ever known anything at all. We're forgiving ourselves for being afraid and running away. We're living by the rhythm of the soul, and we're on our way back home. Thanks for all of you joining us online. Welcome to our Sunday service. And we've got another song for you about giving our life over to God and trusting Him with everything. This song's called I Give My Life Over to You. I give my life over to you. I give my life over to you. 'Cause I don't know what anything is for. I don't know. And I don't know what's best for me. I don't know. don't know. And so I give my life over to you. I give my life over to you. 'Cause I don't know what anything means. I don't know. And I don't need to know. I don't know. I don't know. 'Cause I don't know, but you do. No, I don't know, but you do. And so I want you to guide me. I want you to lead me. I want you to teach me. I want you to show me. 'Cause I don't know, but you do. No, I don't know, but you do. No, I don't know, but you do. So I give my life over to you. I give my life over to you. 'Cause I don't know what anything is for. I don't know. And I don't know what's best for me. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And I don't need to know. Well, we have our minister Jiska here with us to share today, so I'm going to turn it over to her now.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Thank you, guys. That's such a beautiful song. I give my life over to you. It's so beautiful. It feels so beautiful. We're here with the whole community in the Halo room, and yeah, it just feels so joyful. And we have David back with us. And we're gonna have a brunch later, so it feels like a huge day of celebration today. And yeah, I felt inspired today to speak about what it really means to be a teacher of God and what it means to be a miracle worker, because those are the terms that Jesus uses for us in the Course in Miracles. He calls us miracle workers and teachers of God. And yesterday with the movie Mother Teresa, we had such a beautiful example of that, of someone who truly gave her life over to God and was a miracle worker. And it was so beautiful. Nana was so on fire. And then when she said, like, those saints and mystics, don't look at them as external to you. It's you, it's us. We're miracle workers. Just identify with the Christ, identify with the light. And that felt so profound. And yeah, I could really feel it in my heart. And yeah, I had an experience this week. I shared a little bit about it on Facebook. But yeah, there was an evening where I went down a little bit in my mind, and I just stepped into some unworthiness and comparing myself to others in the community and thinking like, oh yeah, my miracles, the miracles that I have to share, they're like nothing compared to other people's miracles. And then I opened a book from Joel Goldsmith, and I read a chapter that started with a line, "For he that hath, to him shall be given. and he that had not, from him shall be taken even that which he had. And it's a Bible quote. And when I read that before, I always felt it was a little bit harsh, the second part of the line, from him, you know, he that had not, from him shall be taken even the little that he had. But then something just clicked, and I could really see how it applied to my mind and to the unworthiness. And I was like, if I identify with lack, if I proclaim to God, I'm actually not your son, I'm separate from you, I'm lacking, I'm little, I'm small, I'm just, even the little faith, the little spark that I have, it's gone from my awareness. And so I just realized in my mind, like, I can choose again. If I believe the Course in Miracles, if I believe Jesus, if I feel it in my heart, then I can choose again now. And there's no order of difficulty in miracles. And I can shine any moment. And I'm going to shine, and I'm not going to listen to that voice anymore that tells me I'm small, the voice that compares me, the voice that says I can't do it. And it felt so beautiful. And it just stayed with me this week. And my mind got so vigilant. And anytime when any thought of comparison wanted to come in, I was like, no, choose again, choose again. I'm a teacher of God, and my source is God. And I want to honor that. I don't want to tell God that I'm outside of him. And then it was kind of funny because we had lunch, and I was so lit up, and I shared my miracle, and I was all on fire. And then I said, yeah, just saying you're little, that's just, at first I said, it's weird. And I was like, no, that's not a word. But I wanted to find a word that could express that it's not sinful. And then I said, it's inappropriate. So stayed with me. I could just feel all week, every time when my mind wanted to go to littleness. It's like, that's an inappropriate statement about the Son of God, who is light, who wants to shine and just extend. And I noticed for myself, because I've been extending more lately, and ego wants to come in. Ego wants to judge. Ego wants to analyze. Ego wants to say, like, well, yeah, you could have done that a little better. And I'm like, this week, I'm just so fired up. I'm like, no, I'm going to keep extending and whatever. I'm not going to listen to that voice anymore. It's just, it's done. And yeah, so I wanted to read a little bit from Joel Goldsmith's book, from that chapter, because in that same chapter where he talked about he that had, the line that I just quoted, he speaks about Jesus feeding the multitudes with loaves and fishes. And the way he speaks about it was so profound, and was another moment like, oh, this is so beautiful. So I want to share it with you all. So he talks about Jesus, and that Jesus didn't see any lack. It wasn't like Jesus said, like, oh, we've got a problem, how are we going to fix it? It was, Jesus just said, bring me the 2 fishes and 3 loaves, or however many were. And he started multiplying because he knows his source. And then Joel Goldsmith writes, are we that which receives, or are we that center from which the infinity of God flows out? Are we the multitudes who sat at the feet of the Master waiting to be fed? Or are we the Christ feeding the unillumined? And then he says, in the answer to that lies our degree of spiritual fulfillment. Wow. That's just, it's like, Are we the one who gives? Are we the teachers of God? Have we really received the message from A Course in Miracles, and are we willing to share it? Or are we in this ego state of mind where we compare and where we're like, oh, I want what he's having. I want what she's having. Why am I so small? Why am I need more. I need more. It's like, no, every moment, every single moment we can choose again. We can choose again. And it's not arrogant to do so. It's only arrogant because I just realized arrogance, it's just the flip side of unworthiness. For myself, I find it easier to admit like, oh, I feel unworthy than saying I feel arrogant. But basically it's the same because it's relying on our own strength, which is nothing. We can't do nothing if it isn't through our source, through God. And just making a statement of littleness, it's, yeah, we're being, it's so beautiful. Everyone here, everyone who listens, everyone who's in the Zoom room, we've all received a message from Jesus. You're a teacher of God. Yes, you're a student as well, but you're a teacher of God. You're asked to shine your light, share your miracles, however small they may seem in your own mind. It's share your joy. The joy doesn't come from the ego, it comes from God. So whenever it's there, share it, just share it. Oh, it's so beautiful. Yeah, and then Jesus, I read the manual for teachers in A Course in Miracles because teachers calls us teachers of God there. And so, yeah, I just want to read it. It's really beautiful. He says in the introduction, to teach is to demonstrate. There are only two thought systems, and you demonstrate that you believe one or the other is true all the time. From your demonstration, others learn, and so do you. So the question is not whether you will teach, for in that there is no choice. So you always teach, like you're either the Christ or you're the ego. So you're either in abundance or you're in lack. And every moment you can choose. And then he says, teaching but reinforces what you believe about yourself. Its fundamental purpose is to diminish self-doubt. This doesn't mean that the self you're trying to protect is real, but it does mean that the self you think is real is what you teach. So every time we share joy, every time we teach miracles, it's being reinforced because we're teaching our own mind. This is inevitable. There's no escape from it. How could it be otherwise? Everyone who follows the world's curriculum, and everyone here does follow it until he changes his mind, teaches solely to convince himself that he is what he is not. And then this is beautiful. Then he says, this is a manual for the teachers of God. They are not perfect or they wouldn't be here. So that puts a lot of the pressure, takes a lot of the pressure off. Like, I'm not pretending to be perfect here. I'm just, whenever there's a miracle, I just want to extend it. So yet it is their mission to become perfect here. And so they teach perfection over and over in many, many ways until they have learned it. And then they are seen no more, although their thoughts remain a source of strength and truth forever. So yeah, just thinking of Francis, like so beautiful because it just continues on and on. But we're still here, so we're still sharing our miracles. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Yeah, and then another Bible quote that came to mind was where Jesus mentions the fruit tree in the Bible, where he says, I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. And apart from me, you can do nothing. I use the modern translation because I can't really understand the King James version. So, but it's, yeah, the message is the same. It's, if you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. And apart from me, you can do nothing. It's like every moment of the day, we can acknowledge our source. We can acknowledge like it's God who feeds us. It's God who does it through us. And then if we start comparing, like if we see ourselves as a fruit tree, it's beautiful. You don't go out in a forest and say like, that's an ugly little tree. I like that one more. It's like, no, you enjoy all the trees. And the whole thing of comparison is just useless when it comes to trees. When it comes to anything. Take that back. No, it's what I mean to say. It's so clear. It's so clear. When you see trees, it's like it's pointless to compare trees. And also, it's a miracle. Like seeing a tree. We're having this garden now here at La Casa, and it's really amazing. It's so beautiful to see how all the plants. It's all fed from their source, and then all these beautiful vegetables and flowers are sprouting out. So, and yeah, just seeing that miracle, like if we see ourselves as trees and see like we can be fed from our source, we don't expect others to add. We're not saying like give me your apples if I'm a pear tree. It's like, no, I'm just, yeah, just acknowledging our source. I think that's it. And then, yeah, it was really beautiful because I was joining with a friend this week and who wasn't in the miracle at the moment. And then I was like, yeah, how do I relate to that? Because, it can't be something that's forced upon us all the time. Like, oh, now we have to extend and now 24/7, I'm just extending, because sometimes there is a time to go within. And then again, the analogy with a tree comes in, like in winter when the branches, when they're barren, we don't see that anything's going wrong. We just see that the tree goes inward and just goes towards its source, just deeper going towards its source. And then I was so grateful for the joining, because I could see like there's a season for everything. Sometimes we're like extending all the time, and sometimes it's just time to go within and see, like just going really, really deep down. And that those are the moments where we want to reach out to our brothers to feel that we're not alone. And then we're going to our roots, and then we find the source there until it's a season again to bloom and to shine and to extend. But in any direction, there's no analyzing, we're either extending outward or we're reaching inward towards God. And ultimately it's one flow. It's not one or the other, but it's, yeah, I don't know. I was so grateful for that expression, because it showed me like, yeah, but there's a season for everything. And we want joy to be genuine. We want it to be fed from our roots, from our source, from God, from the living water. So, yeah. But yeah, the way back is always like, yeah, especially if we go into comparisons, like giving. It's so beautiful. Like in any way, it can be anything. It can be sharing miracles. It can be taking care of someone, or taking care of ourselves, or taking care of the garden. Yeah, the answer is always in giving. That's so beautiful. Yeah. And then, yeah, I felt for myself lately so much of this urgency to extend. So, yeah, Greg and I've been touring a bit, and because I felt like, oh, for me, it was time to, yeah, really to shine and to share the good news. And then, yeah, recently we watched the movie The Forge. And there was a line in The Forge that also really stayed with me. It was the mentor. Yeah, so he was the president of this kind of discipleship, a beautiful, beautiful man. And he said to his disciple, be, yeah, something his mother taught him, be a fountain, not a drain. And I was like, oh my God, that just really, because a fountain, it always gives, it keeps on giving, and it acknowledges its source. Otherwise, it can't give. But it's like this eternal, it's such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful symbol of this eternal flow. And I was like, oh yeah, and if you're if you're a fountain, you're not gonna worry about that, what's it called, a nozzle, because that's just what our bodies are. It's just a nozzle and a basin. But you want to identify with the source, with what's brings up the water, what makes it flow. And it's like, who cares if it's an old nozzle? It's my birthday in 2 days. Turning 55. But then I was thinking, like, what is it? What does it matter if it's an old nozzle or a new nozzle? If it's a beautiful nozzle or an ugly nozzle, it's like it just needs to be unclogged so that the water can come through. And with the unclogging, we help each other. That's why we have expression sessions. But behind every expression session, behind every expression, there's always the desire to say, show me that I'm not this. I'm temporarily deluded. I'm making an inappropriate statement about God. Show me, help me to get back to identifying with the source. And yeah, that's why community is so like, and this, what we're doing together is so beautiful, because it's just that reminder. We just need to unclog now and then yeah, the water comes through, and we're this beautiful, beautiful fountain. So and yeah, we were touring, Greg and I, and we were actually so touched because we saw, like, of course, we know all of you in Zoom, and we have a lot of ministers that are not living with us here, but that are sharing their light from where they are. And it was so beautiful. We met Mary Straub, who's, I don't know if she's with us today, but she just shared such beautiful miracle stories that she experiences in the home for elderly people. She does movie gatherings there, showing The Chosen. She showed all 4 episodes of The Chosen to people who are really old and who are like mainly Christians who struggle with thoughts of guilt and like how to face death. And then Mary was just there, just sharing her inspiration, just sharing how much she loves Jesus and how the Jesus of The Chosen shows all this love. And it was so beautiful, and I could just see when she was telling about it, how much light came through her. And I was like, that's amazing, all you guys there, you all do it from your own place. And then we traveled with hope, and Paul Humfer came to us, and we met Sherry Uller, and we're just like, those are just such a Brian, of course, such bright lights. And it's everywhere. It's everywhere. And every moment we can choose to shine. So yeah, just felt to share that. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I just wanna end with some more quotes from the Course in Miracles, that because that's been on my mind so much. Like, choose again every moment when there's the slightest temptation for ego to come in. Choose again, now, now, now. And yeah, so I just feel to read that from the Course. So it's from the text, chapter 31. And then Jesus says, choose once again, if you would take your place among the saviors of the world, or would remain in hell and hold your brothers there. For he has come, and he is asking this. How do you make the choice? How easily is this explained? With an exclamation mark. You always choose between your weakness and the strength of Christ in you. And what you choose is what you think is real. Simply by never using weakness to direct your actions, you have given it no power. And the light of Christ in you is given charge of everything you do. For you have brought your weakness unto him, and he has given you his strength instead. So yeah, yesterday in the movie, we could see with Mother Teresa, it was so beautiful because you saw all the trials that she, basically the doubt thoughts that she had to face in her mind, which played out as trials. And then, yeah, we could see how it really strengthened her because she was so unwavering and she knew what her mission was. She knew, she fully devoted her life to God. And then Jesus says, trials are but lessons that you failed to learn, presented once again. So where you made a faulty choice before, you now can make a better one, and thus escape all pain that what you chose before has brought to you. In every difficulty, all distress, and each perplexity, Christ calls to you and gently says, my brother, choose again. He would not leave one source of pain unhealed, nor any image left to veil the truth. He would remove all misery from you, whom God created altar unto you. He would not leave you comfortless, alone in dreams of hell, but would release your mind from everything that hides his face from you. His holiness is yours because he is the only power that is real in you. His strength is yours because he is the self that God created as his only son. Amen. Hallelujah. Oh. Yeah, I want to end it with one last line from the movie. The movie yesterday. It really stuck to me because it was so beautiful. I wrote it down. Where Mother Teresa said to her disciples, never forget the joy in your hearts and in your eyes. Wherever a real Christian goes, he brings joy. Ah, thank you all so much. I think we're ready for more joyful music.
This one's appropriately called Joy. Wait, come in on the second one. Feel free to dance if you want to.
Joy,
Carry me,
joy,
carry me,
Joy.
carry me home.
joy,
Carry me,
Joy.
carry me,
Joy.
carry me home. Lift me high above the mountains, lift me high above the seas, lift me high above the world of illusion I seem to see. Lift me high above the sadness and all the things I feel. Lift me high above everything that I don't want to be.
joy,
Carry me,
joy,
carry me,
Joy.
carry me home.
joy,
Carry me,
Joy.
carry me,
Joy.
carry me home. Lift me high above the mountains, lift me high above the seas, lift me high above the world of illusion I seem to see. Lift me high above the sadness and all the things I feel. Lift me high above everything that I don't want to be.
joy,
Carry me,
joy,
carry me,
Joy.
carry me home.
joy,
Carry me,
joy,
carry me,
Joy.
carry me home. Carry me high, high up in the flow to where peace reigns and bliss steals the show. I wanna feel the joy. Carry me,
joy,
carry me,
Joy.
carry me home.
joy,
Carry me,
joy,
carry me,
Joy.
carry me home. Joy, carry me home, carry me home,
fill me with joy,
carry me home,
watch me enjoy,
carry me home,
fill me with joy,
carry me home. Okay, this one's called Wake Up. Is there anything I can do? Is there anything I can say? Is there anything I can see? It's just a dream. Is there anywhere I can go? Is there any place I can stay? Is there anyone I should know if it's just a dream? So your life is flashing by. If you just open up your eyes, then you will wake up, wake up, wake up and fly. Wake up, wake up, open up your eyes. Everybody wants a chance if you just just open up your eyes, then you will wake up, wake up, wake up and fly. Wake up, wake up, open up your eyes. Everybody wants a chance. If you just reach out your hand, and you will wake up, wake up, wake up and fly. From the chaos and the noise, find the strength and hear your voice. You will see that it's more than just a dream. In the shadows of the night, find the courage, find the light. You will rise, and you'll wake up from the dream. Wake up, wake up, wake up and fly. Wake up, wake up, open up your eyes. Everybody wants a chance. If you just reach out your hand, and you will wake up, wake up, wake up and fly. Wake up, wake up, open up your eyes. Okay, we've got one more song for you. This is an original called This Moment Is Your Miracle. That was an original too, actually. That wasn't.
We have a surprise.
You've been running, you've been feelings, but you're trying to feel the seasons. Been searching for a purpose, trying to find the reasons for the love you thought you made, that made you less afraid. Oh, but don't look back at what you never really had. You dream about tomorrow, hoping something good will follow. You're looking for a purpose, trying to fill the hollow, but the world can't give what you really need to live. So don't keep looking out there, 'cause there's something you've forgotten, but it hasn't really gone. It's been waiting for you right here in this moment all along. It's the silence in the music, the space between the form, the memory of the love beneath it all. This moment is your miracle. It's got everything you want and more. This moment is your miracle. This moment is your open door. This moment is your miracle. It's everything that you've been wanting more. This moment is your time to free your mind. This moment is your miracle. There's an open deep inside from which you no longer can hide. Can seem to come and go, but now it's all you wanna find. It's quiet and still, the way you wanna feel, and there's nothing you need do but open up your mind to the silence in the music, the space between the form, the memory of the love beneath it all. This moment is your miracle. It's got everything you want and more. This moment is your miracle. This moment is your open door. This moment is your miracle. It's everything that you've been longing for. This moment is the time You've been looking for a reason. Drop the words.
And nothing's gonna change until you open
Up your eyes and see. This moment is your miracle.
This moment is your miracle. Now we're keeping it lyrical, but it's about being empirical. Practical experience, it's not just delirious. What if you were wrong about it all? What if you weren't all that small? What if you could stand tall? What if you got picked up if you fall? This moment is your miracle. It doesn't matter if you're near or far from where you want to be. You can't tell from where you see. But if your mind was clear, you would see that love is here. In this moment, there is no fear. In this moment is your miracle.
It's got everything you want and more. This moment is your miracle. This moment is your open door. This moment is your miracle. It's everything that you've been longing for. This moment is the time to free your mind. This moment is your miracle.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Say goodbye to everyone. We're going to continue on here.